I'm Julie Beckham, the Financial Education Officer at Rockland Trust, and this is the No Shame in This Money Game's Mini Money Minutes. Why Mini Money Minutes? First of all, you're busy and you want your info fast. Secondly, who doesn't love mini things? In fact, human beings love mini things so much that our brains actually release dopamine when we see cute little things. For real, we actually derive satisfaction from mini things because we see them as less threatening. So, if we're less threatened by mini things, and mini things can actually make us happy, what if we learn about money through Mini Money Minutes? Let's go. Today's bite-sized Mini Money Minute, turning the tables on girl math. A recent trend that came from two influencers in New Zealand called girl math has me thinking about the power of words, particularly the words girl and math together in this context. After all, girl math, if you haven't seen the million TikToks about it, is all about justifying frivolous purchases. We all justify purchases and spending, not just girls, but these justifications under the term girl math are just insulting, not to mention damning to a movement that's been happening since I was in middle school to change the perceptions that girls can't do math. Anyway, after I was finished being annoyed, I started thinking about how powerful words are. They really do matter. Words can be inspirational or make things feel insurmountable. So I asked myself, could words actually positively or negatively affect us when it comes to managing our money? And the answer was yes, they can. It seems as though so many words in finance need a rebranding. From estate planning to emergency funds, these phrases put the fear and take the fun out of finance. So here's this girl's attempt at imagining a different kind of financial trend. And you'll need your imagination, so close your eyes and imagine this. What if we thought of ourselves as our own corporations? Stay with me here, keep your eyes closed. Maybe you're a sole proprietorship, just you, or a joint venture with you and your partner or your family. Sounds important, right? Right, because you are important. Your current self is important and your future self is important. Your corporation has a mission and goals, and you want to accomplish a lot. Those of you loving this imagination thing can keep going and create a company name, a logo, business cards, go crazy. But for the rest of you, this is a Mini Money Minute, so let's skip to the main idea. Your corporation also has a budget that's split into two parts. It has an operational budget that takes into account your day-to-day expenses and maintenance. This is your rent, mortgage, bills, food, activities. And you have another budget called your capital budget that covers long-term, big-picture plans like replacing a roof, getting a new car, and saving for college and retirement. Corporations treat their operational and capital budgets differently because they have different functions. Maybe you'll have to take out some lines of credit or loans to accomplish the goals in your capital budget because these are big goals that get accomplished over time, and that's okay. And it's also okay to have to constantly adjust your operational budget based on new information that comes in day to day. In business, there's an actual word called forecasting that kind of allows you to misjudge how much you're going to spend. Also, in your corporation, leadership looks at the entire budget. In your joint venture, one partner doesn't say, "Oh, I'll keep an eye on the capital budget, you do the operational budget," to his or her business partner. Or, "I've got this, I got a guy, you don't need to worry." Operational and capital expenditures are monitored equally. There are checks and balances. Also, think of the things businesses do weekly, monthly, or quarterly that we don't do for ourselves or our families in our personal lives. Have meetings to discuss issues, have consultants get involved if you need an expert on a certain topic, report to a board of directors for feedback or to get perspective and to stay on track. Imagine if we did this in our personal lives. Think of what positive outcomes our sole proprietorships or joint ventures could achieve. I'm no trendsetter, but I'm thinking if more of us ran our financial lives as a business where every expenditure had a purpose that aligned with our company's priorities, we might be more motivated and more successful. And if we called this kind of thinking girl math, well, that's something I could get behind. The No Shame in This Money Game podcast will return with some more bite-sized mini money minutes. Until then, keep listening and keep learning with Rockland Trust, member FDIC, the bank where each relationship matters because we want you to have a healthy relationship with money at any age.